where I teach you how to start flipping houses, or if you're already doing it, how to grow your business. So I had a student ask me a question today about the number one method I use, which is direct mail. I send a ton of postcards. I just had a ton of postcards here. I mean, here are some returns. Ton of postcards that I send out all the time. And the most important thing you need to know about it, the most important thing you need to know about direct mail, and people are all hung up on like what the mail piece is and who exactly do I mail. Those are things that are relatively easy. The most important thing you need to know is that you need to mail whatever list you have to mail. You need to mail it a bunch of times. You can't just mail it once. I made this mistake before, and I would say 95 or more percent of the people that start mailing give up after one mailing. And you have to mail to people multiple times. And the reason why you do that is, and no one's going to like this, I would think, is that there is a luck factor involved in when that mail piece hits and whether the seller is really going to want to sell at that time. You need to increase that luck factor by mailing them 6 times. And also, you are conveying to the seller that you're interested in buying. You're telling the seller, hey, I want to buy your house. I'm not some jerk who sent you one postcard. I'm a guy who's sending you a postcard every 4 to 6 weeks for 6 to 9 months. And you are telling the seller, hey, I really want to buy the house. So that works in their brain. It works subconsciously and consciously, where they're going to understand, hey, this guy really wants to buy my house. He's not just some fly-by-night jerk. And you are increasing your likelihood of that seller wanting to sell on the day he sees your mail or gets your mail by a factor of 6, which is a big increase. So what you need to do when you do direct mail is you need to budget, depending on the size of your list, and you probably need a bigger list than you think. How much money is this going to cost me? Postage is going up again in July, so it's going to be like 50 cents for a postcard. So if I have a list of 10,000, that's $5,000. I need to mail that 6 times. That's $30,000. So most beginners won't do it, which really sets you apart. But you need to understand that you have to budget this out for 6 mailings. Don't start mailing once unless you can mail it 6 times. Really, 7's better, but 6 is pretty good. So if you don't understand that when you start, what's going to happen is you're going to send out the mailing, you're going to get some response, you're not going to get a deal, or you're not going to get a great lead, and you're going to start thinking about doing it a second time, and you're not going to do it a second time. That happens a lot. So I think it's really important that before you mail, you budget out 6 mailings, right? If you can't do $30,000 and do a smaller mailing, but really work on that data closely. I just sent out a mailing today of a much more targeted list. I think it's 1,000 pieces. And I'm sending a letter, which I usually don't send. They usually send the postcard. So you have to budget it out. All right, this is something I'm going to mail every month or two for at least the next 5 or 6 months. So I think it's important. Most people get into mail and then get out of mail, and they don't really stay in long enough to know if the mail works. So sometimes just one deal, right, will pay for your mailing a bunch of times. And we could talk more about like who you should mail, what you should mail. You can use a ready-made postcard from any of the mail houses. It doesn't really matter what it says. But we can talk about lists. But I'd say it's really important that you understand that you need to mail out multiple times. Most people don't. I hope this was helpful. If you're interested in all the ways I can help you, go to biggerflips.com. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe. If you're watching on any media channel, please click the thumbs up. The likes really help the algorithm, so a lot more people have been seeing my videos. I don't know why I look blurry. Is my camera not working? I don't know what the heck that is. So please keep the comments coming. Ask any question you want. It does not have to be about the video you're watching. If it's something simple, I'll just reply. If it's something I haven't done before, I'll do a new video on it. And please keep liking and please keep watching the videos, because a lot more people have liking them and watched them. So I really appreciate everyone who's been watching and liking lately. Thank you very, very much for watching this time.